Welcome to Toffee TV. This is my 3 things from Wolverhampton Wanderers 3, Everton 0. The Blues beaten again today, the 3rd defeat in a week, isn't it? And the worst performance by an absolute country mile in those 3 defeats. You know, they were unlucky at Spurs last week after a poor 20 minutes. They ran out of steam a little bit after half the game against Manchester City, but also caused their own problems with the goals and lost the other night. Today, they were never at it, right from the word go. And I've not heard Sean Dyche's press conference after it or his interviews, but I imagine he will be saying we weren't at it today. I think anything else he'll be trying to make the players feel better rather than how he feels, because anyone with eyes would look at that and go, Everton just weren't on this at all today. But we've got to just brush it off, and that's the way it is. It's happened. We can't bleat over it. It's a poor performance, and we have to just move forward now. And we've got a game against Crystal Palace next Thursday, and that's the next one. But we've got 17 days till our next Premier League game, and that's what we've got to focus on, because we've got to start winning games, and that'll be a tough game. You know, Aston Villa have just gone joint top today by beating Burnley 3-2, so it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination when we played them at Goodison Park, but we're going to have to get points from that game, because we've got to just keep plugging away. If we get anything back from the appeal, then that's great, but we're in a relegation battle right now, and these 3 defeats with Luton's good form of late has put us right in it again. So we've got to find a way to get some results, some victories, and really help it. The first thing I want to talk about today is coming to terms with the absence of Abdoulaye Doucouré, which again was evident today that the manager don't know, him and the coaching staff, how to cope without Abdoulaye Doucouré. We saw this last season when he was suspended for 3 games. We just couldn't find a solution, and it's happened again this season. And you can be critical of them and say, well, they should have really looked for different ways if he's not there, and that's absolutely what they should do. But the reality is, in that squad, we haven't got anybody that can play that role. Danjuma should be an option to play there. He comes on and does nothing. He's just done nothing at the moment at all to really suggest he should be given a go. I think we tried Andre Gomez there. It worked against Spurs. It didn't work against Manchester City. James Garner's tried it. The only thing he hasn't really tried is 2 strikers, if you're changing it up, having Dom and Beto together, but he's not going to do that. So we have to find a solution in the transfer market. It's as simple as that. The loans, we're not going to have money to go and buy players, but there must be players on loan who Everton could bring in this window to give us a lift in those areas, because we just don't have anybody in the building that can go and fill that role. It might be doing it differently. It might be a player who's creative, who gets on the ball and plays off the striker and looks to link the play. It might be someone who plays through balls. It might be someone who can get shots away. The ones we've tried in there, none of them fit. None of them fit the way Abdoulaye Doucouré fits. And that's a problem for Sean Dyche, and it's a problem for this team. And we've got the evidence from last season, and we're seeing the evidence this time. Abdoulaye Doucouré's missed the last 4 games, and Everton have lost all of them, if you include the penalty defeat to Fulham. So that's a start right there for you. That's how important he is to the way we play. It's how important he is to the team. It's a source of goals as well, of course. You know, we've got our number 9 who's just a real bad patch. I think it's 9 games without a goal now. He's missed a good chance today. That's what happens when you're not scoring goals. So when you then take out someone who gets you a goal, key goals at key times, which is what Abdoulaye Doucouré has done, then the team is struggling for that. And it is no coincidence. We had him for 4 games and won all 4 of them. And then he played, he's gone out the side and we've not won them. So we're going to have to come up with a solution to that. I don't know where and I don't know how, but they're going to have to. Second thing I want to talk about is Sean Dyche maybe being a bit braver. Just going on to the back of that Doucouré point. Like today, we seen rather against Manchester City, didn't we? We saw against City, we were 2-1 down. No, he had this subs ready. He had Michael Keane ready and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Man City went and got the penalty the other night and went in front. I just didn't get, I said this the other night, I didn't get why he didn't just put better one alongside Dom and say, we're gonna go for it. We're getting beat at home. We're gonna go for it. And similarly today, it was 3-0. It was 3-0 with half an hour left. Why not just throw better alongside Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Why is it almost like it's just one or the other? I don't get it. I really don't get why he's not that little bit braver. Especially if you're playing 3-5-2. You've got the cover. Knock it long. Go to the two up front. Get the ball wide, put crosses in. I just think he's going to have to be a little bit braver on some of these occasions, especially in the absence of the core, or if the core is having to do something else. I'd just like him to go, you know what, let's throw caution to the wind a little bit. Let's see if we can get back in this game, or let's see if these two work together as a partnership. Let's see if we can get crosses into the box. I just think it is. Sean Dyche makes changes without really making changes, if that makes sense. He's got like a right winger, he'll just take the right winger off and put the right winger on. He won't mix it up, mix it round, and it is. He's decided one striker is the way we're playing, so it's one striker for one striker. I just think he's gonna have to, in the search of goals, be a little bit braver with it, because I just don't see any other way. How we plug that gap or how we chase games. Yeah, you've got to be prepared to do it. But hey ho. And then the third talking point from today is, and it really follows the year, is that's just a horrible defeat today. It's the 10th defeat of the season, which is shocking in 20 games in all truth. It's really, really poor. But it's been a horrible year. It's been a horrible 2023, and we haven't seen that performance too many times since the new manager came in. We have seen it at Villa this season, that kind of thing. We've seen it today, like I said. Arsenal maybe last season, but we undone that performance ourselves, and that has been a positive. We looked awful today. We looked like a team with no clue, but we know that isn't a normal performance. That hasn't been the level under Dyche, and I think that's one of the things that he has brought. He's brought that level of consistency, that battling and scrapping. And I think if Everton can get, and they will get that back. We have to go back to that battle, scrap, fight for every point. And I think if they do that, they'll be okay this season. We are in a relegation battle at the moment. You can't get away from it. We're fourth from bottom. You know, got Manchester, you're hoping Manchester United go and win a Forest tonight to keep Forest in there with us. And, you know, these days really should be gone from us. And I get, listen, without the 10 points, it wouldn't even be a consideration. We'd be miles ahead. We wouldn't even be looking at that. We'd be wanting Forest to get a result here to keep United closer to us. But the reality is right now, without them 10 points, we're in a relegation battle. And we have to get that, being durable, being strong, battling, making it difficult for every team, which we've done in the main this year. And this defeat today might just be one of those things at the end of a bad week. Players are tired because they played a lot of games in December. This was the worry with this squad, that if the cards fell, they could fall very quickly with these 3 games. Wolves are in great form. City and Manchester City and Spurs have still got good players, and we shot ourselves in the foot there. We have to recover from this now. Certainly in the Premier League, we have to recover. We have to get those tough performances back in where teams know they've had to work. And like I say, since the manager coming in 2023, there hasn't been too many of those performances. We've had a couple at home, but certainly away from home, there hasn't been too many of them performances like today. So that is a positive that I guess you maybe can take. The only other one is that the 3 teams below us lost today as well. But like I said before, 2023 has been horrible. It started horrible. It started with, you know, really poorly, with that Brighton defeat in terms of that. You know, we had a manager sacked, we had a new manager come in, and the board issues, and we've had points deduction, we've had Nashiri, you know, wanting to sell, and different things. We've been if from pillar to post in 2023 as Evertonian. So hopefully, here's me wishing for a much calmer, happier, certainly from our football club's point of view, a healthier, luckier 2024, because we deserve it. We absolutely deserve it. So thanks for watching. I wish you all a great 2024. Hopefully this cough will be gone in a couple of days. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for all your views throughout the year, all your support, all your comments. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and a happy new year. See you later.